and 6. Let us try the 5 elements or value. I-try na to decode kung makuha na to siya. So ang default nga deducing or the interval rate of shell sort is 4 and 2 and 1. Ang example is 4. So iyang i-range sa ang index between the 0 and to 4. So it shows niya, for example, kaning to is kuha ni siya 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 7 ani namalaban. 7. So 5. So which is ang index ngunit siya ang series increment. So ngunit siya increment. So ngunit siya ang value. So value. Ano siyang increment? Let's say for example 4. So yang increment, so i-check niya between 0 to 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6. So mag-start siya ni 6 of between 6 kay 4 man. Index 4 man. So 6. So yang i-check. Yang ikuan si 4. So once nga, so atong i-try of decode sa visualization para mas kuha gid nato ang saan gid siya pagkuha. So muna siya ang starting. So 2 is ang yahang equivalent kay incremation is number 4. So sa index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So dinhi siya. So ato siya awaton para magawas. Para makuha nato siya. Nga start from 0 to 4. So number 6 ang yang result. So sama diri ganina sa akong giingon. From start to 0 sama sa ngin ganina dinhi sa magsugod sa 0 index which is 2 ang yang value. So once nga ma-proceed na siya, let's mag-count siya to into 4. So 0, 1, 2, 4. So ang yang equivalent nga deducing interval which is number 6. Okay, so kini. So let's try decoding. So sa shell sort visualization is once na makuha niya ang 4 na values or 4 series of increments na sorted na sa from lowest to highest, yan pong ibalik ang value nga number 2. By 2 na po niya increment na po niya series by 2 into by 2. So until na makuha na po niya ang until by 2. So ibalik na po niya 1 by 1. Okay, 1 by 1 po niya compare. I-compare niya si 2 ug 6. So wala man to. So kuan man, so mas labaw. Wala may ma-change ni 2 ug 6 ganina kani. 2 ug 6 which is wala ma-compare. So ibalik niya ang incremation through index 0 and 2. So let's proceed. So dinhi naman sila increments, naman sila for example if 2 is lesser than 1, ang yang answer is lesser man si 1, so false siya. So i-change niya ang number. So swap na sila, naka-swap na. So naka-sort na sila which is step 1 to the 4 incremation series numbers. So starting sort niyo sub-array na pod. So try na po niya with 2 elements. So i-sort na po niya si 4 o 7. So unsa man mas gamay sila si 4 o 7. So walay ma-change. So as is na sa default. So dinan na po sa size of increment size number is 1. So nganong 1 man. Ang iya pong gipili diri is magbalik na po siya sa eksaktong kanang increment by 2. So dinhi na pod sa by 2 na pod ni kay nakuha naman niya ang by 4. Sa ganina nga increment nakuha na niya ang by 4. So na-default na okay na si ganina katong kini na-default na. So kining it means nga na-default na siya by 4. So mag-proceed na pod siya sa by 2. So mag-compare na pod siya si 1 ug 4. Compare na po niya si 1 ug 4 kung isa ang mas gamay. So ilis gyapon niya if for example sa atong sudokod if 1 is lesser than 4 is if the answer is yes then true ang yang answer so 1. So wala increment sa ila. Then next by 2 next for example comparing of two numbers then 4 is lesser than 2 if the answer is no because 4 is greater than 2 so we have to sort the list of numbers so na sila exchange so na-exchange si 2 or 4 so let's now proceed to another comparing of numbers and then 4 of 7 so let's proceed is 4 is lesser than 7 is yes so wala sila increment so 7 is lesser than 6 is no because 6 is lesser than 7 so na sila exchange ani so okay so swap na sila okay let's put 6 how many sets of numbers you want to store 6 2 4 1 7 6 7 so ato makita dire si the length of number sheets is 6 so kini siya wala pa ni siya naka sorting so once nga mag-try ta og ato sa i-print all so makita nato dire ang kalainan sa result all data sets is 1 2 4 6 7 which is na-sort na siya dinhi na-sort na siya from dinhi sa range n mo siya ang range na-sort na siya with dayon ang sa set of numbers dili siya allowed ang magdubli og elements in sa values so iyang walaon ang magdubli so bawal sa iya so
good morning sir, my name is James Araneta. My topic is about selection sort. First, I will define what is selection sort. Selection sort algorithm sort an array by repeatedly finding the minimum element, considering ascending orders from unsorted parts and putting it at the beginning. The algorithm maintains two sub-arrays in a given array. The sub-arrays which is already sorted. Number 2, remaining sub-array which is unsorted. In every iteration of selection sort, the minimum element considering ascending order from the unsorted sub line 6 and 7. Dire, ang iyang gibuhat dari, ang gamit dari na code, mag-move siya something nga akong isugo dahil sa second line. Then there is dari, find the minimum element in remaining unsorted array. Means, kasi number nga kailangan niya i-move. Iyahan ang ma-move gamit ang code nga if a min edx lesser than a and g. Dari na dayon may tabo ang pagbaylo-baylo nila pag-swap sa mga number nga dapat i-swap. Example, mag-select siya isa ka number. Number 2. Then, iyang i-compare sa lain. There's first sa number 8. Is it lesser than the number 8? Next is, nagamit ko visualizer para masabtan gid maayo unsay function sa selection sort. First, akong input ang akong 5 numbers, 5 values, which is 2, 8, 5, 4, and 6. Then run. There is starting selection sort. For each, for each pass, we will move left to right looking for the next largest value. Once that is found, it will be swapped into the final position. This will be shown in lighter color. First, dito sa starting pass 0, the number 2, initialize big index. For each element moving through the list, the biggest sin so far is always red. Compare the biggest sin so far sa number 1, which is number 8, found something biggest. Nakuha na, mas dako ang number 8. So, diri siya tuon og atensyon sa number 8. Compare the biggest sin so far. There's siya na number 5. Mas dako ang number 8. So, dito siya sa number 4. Dako gyud pa na number 8. Sa number 6, dako gyud pa na number 8. It means, now swap the biggest ibutang niya ang pinakadako dito sa pinakalikod. Next steps. Now swap the next biggest element into place. Done this pass. Starting pass 1. Lain na sad. Initialize biggest index. 2. For each element through the list, the biggest sin so far is always red. Compare the biggest sin so far. 2, is it biggest than 6? Which is no. So sa 6 na sad siya enlighten. Found the some biggest, which is value of biggest index. Compare the biggest sin so far. Is it 6 bigger than 5? Yes. So diha gyapon siya enlighten sa number 6. Then next is sa number 4. Dako gyapon ang number 6. So iya gyapon enlighten. Now swap the next biggest element into place. Then swap na rin siya kasi siya na may sunod na pinakadako. Now swap the next biggest element. Done this pass. Start pass 2. Initialize biggest index. For each element moving through the list, the biggest sin so far is always red. So sa number 2 na siya enlighten kay siya may sugod. Compare the biggest sin so far. I-compare na siya sa ikasunod. So mas dako ang sunod niya, which is number 4. Compare to biggest sin, which is number 5. Mas dako ang number 5, so mag-enlighten siya sa number 5. Now swap the next biggest element into place. Then nabutang na din siya sa pinakadako. Sunod sa pinakadako. Done this pass. Start pass 3. Initialize big index. For so the next biggest element in the place, kinsa dako nila. So gisunod siya itong number 5, which is isunod ang number 4. Then done this pass. Ang last number is 2, so done sorting. Makita nga iyang arrange ang mga numbers. Ganina kay ang number kay 28546. Karon nahimo ng 24568. Mao na siya ang function sa selection sort.
Good morning. So in this video, I will going to discuss the bubble sort algorithm. So what is bubble sort algorithm? So it's a simple algorithm which is used to sort a given set of elements provided in form of an array with number of elements. Bubble sort is filters all the elements one by one and sort them based on their values. Bubble sort used to sort less items in ascending order by comparing two adjacent values. If the first value is higher position, while second value takes the first value position. If the first value is lower than the second value, then no swapping is done. So bubble sort used to sort less items in ascending order by comparing two adjacent. So in this process, it's repeated until all the values in a list have been compared and swapped if necessary. Each iteration is usually called a pass. The number of passes in a bubble sort is equal to the number of elements in a list minus 1. So for example, in this number, in the first iteration, so this number 7, 2, 4, 10, and 8. So we're going to swap this. Since 7 and 2. So since 7 is greater than 2, we should swap this. So, mahimo na siyang iyan. 2, 7, 4, 10, and 8. So, next is 7 and 4. So, 7 is greater than 4. So, we need to swap it. 2, 4, 7, 10, and 8. So, in the next, so since 7 is, since 7 is less than by 10, so, wala na swap mahitabo. Sa dirita sa 10 ug 8. So, since 10 is greater than 8, so we need to swap 2, 4, 7, 8, and 10. So that's bubble sort is kanang ginakuan siya from lowest to highest in ascending values. Next, a so indexing. So we use indexing here because indexing length because we're gonna make it into comparison. So indexing sorry. Indexing length is equal to the length less a minus 1. So minus 1 because we can perform comparison on the last number of the last because it's not a number after. So sorted is equal to false. So sorted is equal to false because we use local variable that will use throughout this function. So sorted is equals to false. So drop out the while loop while not sorted. So last a I plus 1 plus G. I plus 1. Then last a I. So in this so we need to perform this at number iteration that we don't know. So that we're going to telling our algorithm that if an item in the list to the left is greater than item to the right, sorted sorted false, that the sorted variable is false, and then flip those two items whenever we've sorted all items. That is a statement when won't activate, so that the sorted variable will remain true, and that will break us out as a while loop. So make it return last a, then print print bubble print bubble this number, the 727 here, 2 4 7 8 and 10. So the numbers are in the lowest to highest. So nasunod siya.
About insertion sort. So first, I will define the meaning of insertion sort. So insertion sort is a simple sorting algorithm that builds the final sorted array or list, one item at a time. It is much less efficient on large lists than more advanced algorithms such as quicksort, sort, or merge sort. So depth insertion sort the array. For step in range 1 length array, k equals array step j equals to step minus 1. So here, from the while loop, I will use the while j is greater than or equal to 0 and k is lesser than array to j. Array j plus 1 equals to array j. J equals to j minus 1. So here, array j plus 1 equals k. From this data, I use the 5 numbers which is formed in descending order. So the 9, 5, 1, 4, 3. So insertion sort data. So here, I will try run this code. And just smaller than it. So the data that I use is the 5 numbers which is the 9, 5, 1, 4, and 3. Insertions sort data. So I will try and run this code. So the sorted array in ascending order is 1, 3, 4, 5, 9. As you can see here in part is wala nagkasunod-sunod ang number, pero pag run na, then dari, nasunod na dahil ang number. So the next part is the insertion sort visualization algorithm. So there were 5 numbers and the index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there were 4 index in the 5 numbers. So let's begin. Starting insertion sort. So here. Then let's back. Number 2. Highlighted green records the left are always sorted. We begin with a record in position 0 in the sorted portion, and we will be moving the record in position 1 in blue to the left until it is sorted. So, mag-move daw kuno ni siya kaninga color. So, number 3, processing record in position 1. Number 4, move the blue record to the left until it reaches the correct position. I-move daw kuno nimo ang blue nga record to the left. So here, na-swap na nato siya. So, number 6, processing record in position 2. So, sa position 2 kini. So, number 7, move the blue record to the left until it reaches the correct position. So, i-move nato ang blue nga record to the left. So, na-move na nato siya, na-swap na nato din siya. Number 9, swap. Na-swap na nato ang 2 numbers which is 5 and 9. Number 10, processing record in position 3. Here. Number 11, move the blue record to the left until it reaches the correct position. I-move na po nato ang blue nga record until ma-reach nato ang asa siya ibutang. So, na-move na nato siya. So, number 13, swap. Na-swap na nato. So, you can see here. Number 14, processing record in position 4. 15, move the blue record to the left until it reaches the correct position. So, kani dapat, i-move nato. So, here. Na-move na nato. Ato na siyang na-swap, diba? So, number 17, swap. Number 18, ato na po siyang di-swap ang number na kuan. Then last is done sorting. So, that's all.
Thanks for watching mga ka-YouTubers. Don't forget to like the video and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel.